As we focus on Heart Month in February, it's important to also talk about strokes. After all, we are in the stroke belt here in the Tennessee Valley. And the truth is, hospitals are seeing younger and younger patients being admitted with strokes. So much so that a couple of years ago, Siskin Hospital for Rehabilitation began a new program aimed at those younger patients. President and CEO Matt Gibson joins us this morning along with one of their physical therapists, Jordan Watson. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So we have an opportunity here on the show every year to talk about the Possibilities Luncheon that y'all do. And one thing that has struck me is that it does seem like over the years, the people being profiled in those videos of the Possibilities Luncheon are younger and younger people. This is striking people in their 20s and 30s. Am I right, Jordan?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot younger population come through Siskin. And so with that, we wanted to target a program that can help them achieve their goals and get back to their daily activities and their purpose in life.
So people have long associated Siskin, Matt, with kind of daily miracles. And that's what you're trying to do with this program. And you're doing it sounds like, by really hyper-focusing on what to provide the individual patient. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Whether it's a young mother who unfortunately has had a stroke and wants to help her one or two or three precious children, or it's someone who's in their 60s or 70s but's highly active and is regularly exercising or playing with their grandchildren. It's really returning folks to what they love. And in this case, they're highly active.
Does that mean then, Jordan, that the candidates for this program have to be at a certain threshold to start?
Absolutely not.
No.
We have all age groups. We can go as young as in their 20s, and we've gone as high as in their 80s and even 90s. So if you have a goal to return to a prior activity, whether that's caring for a minor or going back to work or going back to school, those are our goals that we're focusing on.
So let's talk about stroke a little bit, because some people might think, why are you focusing on that if it's Heart Month? But my layman's understanding is that a stroke is really a heart attack that goes to your brain as opposed to your heart. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, you can say that. It's essentially an event that occurs in the brain because of blood flow. Either you have an ischemic attack or a hypertensive attack, but it is all related essentially to the heart and the blood flow that's coming from the heart.
So one thing, just like with a heart attack, people can have varying degrees of stroke. We often hear people say, oh, I just had a mini stroke. But then those can often be multiple mini strokes, and I'm guessing those accumulate over time to create some real challenges moving forward.
Yeah, they can. That's one thing that I love about working with stroke patients is not every patient is the same. They're kind of like snowflakes, and so each time you work with a different patient, you have different goals and ideas to help them achieve what they want to gain out of being there and
Right.
gaining a purpose, getting their purpose back in life.
So this young stroke program, which is what you call it, it is inpatient. So if you are somebody who's had a stroke and now have been released to daily life, but you don't feel like you're where you want to be, can you readmit back in?
Yes, most of our patients come to us from other hospitals.
Okay.
Some come from home, but the vast majority come from other hospitals, whether they be local hospitals or hospitals in Nashville or Knoxville or North Georgia or Atlanta even. So yes, their physicians and their physical therapists and others in what's called the acute care setting, Memorial, Erlanger, Park Ridge locally, determine you need more intensive physical therapy to get back to your daily life. You're not ready, so then they come to Siskin Hospital.
So what does a day look like for a patient, Jordan? If they're inpatient, that's because you want to be able to really maximize that day for them.
Yes. Well, actually, we get patients about 7 days post-stroke, which is 5 days sooner than the weighted national average. So we're hitting the ground running right after they have a stroke, which is great because there's no loss in time. So when we do our evaluation, the moment we do our evaluation, we're pushing them to walk as far as you can, do the stairs, get in and out of the car that we have in our gym. And then from that point forward, we're initiating our treatment plan, and that's 3 hours of therapy a day, including PT, OT, and speech.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. So is there an average length of stay?
Yes, there is. Right now it's about 17 days, give or take. It's about around the weighted national average. We're sending about 81% of our patients home, which is great. That's higher than what most other facilities are doing right now with their
So if
stroke.
someone's watching today and they're sadly in this position where someone they love has recently had a stroke and they're still in hospital for it, should they have their caseworker at the hospital reach out to you? Is that the right
Absolutely.
thing to do?
Yes.
Absolutely. We have nurse liaisons that work with every hospital across the region. They should absolutely have their case manager speak to our nurse liaisons about getting admitted. And that's exactly
You know those billboards that you see around town with Siskin Hospital for Rehabilitation, and they'll always profile different people who've had their miracles? I bet there's a long line of people
Yes.
who you could choose from to go on those billboards. So many people have had their own miraculous time with you.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can contact them at 634-1200, also siskinrehab.org. Thanks.
Thank you.